Welcome to an introduction to KVM. This quick video will define KVM, explain how it works, and describe how and where it is used. Let's begin with defining KVM. The initials KVM are derived from the following items. K stands for keyboard, V stands for video, and M stands for mouse. A KVM switch is a single hardware device that allows you to use one keyboard, one monitor, and one mouse to access multiple servers. Your specific business needs will determine how you access your KVM switch. You may choose to connect to your KVM switch using an analog connection with a direct cable connecting to the KVM switch, or you may choose to use a KVM over IP connection, which allows you to use the Internet to connect to your KVM switch. With an analog connection, you have direct cable access to the KVM switch. From the KVM switch, you then have access to multiple servers. Certain KVM switches allow multiple users to access multiple servers at one time. If these users are located in one central location, then an analog connection is a good connection solution for you. For example, this office building has their multi-rack server environment located on the first floor. However, the employees who need access to these servers are located on the 8th, 12th, and 17th floors of this building. You can connect to the KVM switch with direct cable access, and these users can now access the KVM switch from their desks and connect to any of the servers in this location. This solution provides users real-time access to multiple servers at the same time from one central location. With a direct connection, you have the added benefit of increased security. Because the KVM switch is not connected to a network or the Internet, it is harder to hack into the switch and the attached servers. As stated earlier, KVM offers choices when you are making decisions on how to connect to your KVM switch. You may choose to connect to your KVM switch using KVM over IP technology. When you use KVM over IP, you can access your KVM switch using your internal network or Internet access. If your desktop or laptop has a network or Internet connection, you can access multiple servers through the KVM switch. Similar to analog switches, there are KVM over IP switches that allow multiple users to access multiple servers at one time. This provides the flexibility for a global IT team to access their servers from anywhere in the world at any time. For example, a company has an office located in Tokyo, Rome, and Washington, D.C. The Tokyo location is home to the company's multi-rack server environment. There are users in Rome and Washington, D.C. that need access to the servers in Tokyo. Using the KVM over IP, they can easily access the servers in Tokyo through the KVM switch. In this next scenario, the company is headquartered in New York, with offices in London, Korea, and Mexico. Each of these locations is home to a multi-rack server environment. Using the KVM over IP, users from around the world can access KVM switches located all over the world. KVM over IP allows access to servers anywhere, anyplace, anytime. This is an ideal situation for maintaining data centers and branch offices worldwide. If you decide to use KVM over IP, make sure you have installed the latest security features to prevent unauthorized access to those servers. Regardless of how you decide to connect to your KVM switch, you should note that KVM switches do not require any additional hardware or software installed inside the PC, server, or serial device. KVM switches support multi-platform operating systems and serial devices. It doesn't matter what brand of servers you have purchased or what type of operating system you have installed, a KVM switch can connect to and allow you to control that server. If the operating system on your server crashes, you cannot access the server using a network connection or using a network-based access tool such as RDP or VNC. KVM switches offer a very important benefit. If the operating system on your server crashes, you can still access the server through the KVM switch. The KVM switch doesn't use a network connection to access the server. It uses keyboard, video, and mouse connections to access the server. Because of this, a KVM switch can access a server that doesn't have a functional operating system. The KVM switch will access the server while the server is still in a BIOS level state. BIOS is an acronym for Basic Input-Output System. BIOS is the set of instructions that a PC or server follow when they're first turned on. Some of the benefits of accessing the BIOS level are the ability to see if there is a hardware malfunction or if the operating system software has become unstable. Some types of BIOS allow the server to load operating system software through the KVM connection. This allows you to troubleshoot what is wrong with the server and get it back up as soon as possible. When you use a network connection to access your server, you are using in-band access. When you use keyboard video mouse access, you are using out-of-band access. In this example, we use the Internet to access servers A, B, and C that are on our company's network. The network traffic travels through a network switch to the server. We have discussed the importance of using KVM when a server's operating system doesn't work, but now let's look at the importance of using KVM when the network or part of the network has crashed. What would happen if the network switch or network switch connection crashes? Usually, the KVM switch is on a separate internal subnetwork so that you still have a way to access the server. What if the network is down? Some KVM switches come with modems, which allow the use of phone lines instead of the Internet to access the KVM switch and the servers connected to the switch. When accessing KVM switches via the Internet, it is extremely important that the switch has the best security available to make it difficult for a hacker to gain access to the switch and the attached servers. The KVM switch should have security features such as strong passwords that require minimum length, special characters, and time-bound force changes. Other features would include disabling accounts after multiple incorrect password attempts and limiting multiple logons with one password. These security features are just some of the key parts of securing the switch. Encrypting the information that is sent over the link between the user and the switch is also important, and the current best practice is to use 256-bit AES encryption. Some KVM switches feature virtual media. You can use the KVM switch to transfer files from your hard drive, flash drive, or CD, DVD to a target server located anywhere in the world. You can also use ISO images to install a complete software package onto a server, including installing the operating system onto a crash server. Virtual media can save IT staff valuable time when the server doesn't have an operating system, or the server's operating system has crashed, or the normal network connection to the server is not available. Some KVM switches now offer synchronous mouse function. In the past, KVM switches did not synchronize with the mouse from the target server. When the user moved the mouse on the target, the display in front of the user didn't match the movement, and it made it difficult to work on the server. Newer KVM switches now have automatic synchronous mouse capability, so that the user doesn't have to waste time manually adjusting the mouse. The result is a far better user experience. I hope you have learned enough about KVM to make an informed decision that meets your business needs. Additional information can be found at www.raritan.com and www.raritantraining.com. Thank you.